Welcome back to Geek Shuffle and to the first comic corner in the normal rotation. As you can probably tell, I want to start out with a subject that I have been talking about a lot in the comic corner sections, and we are going to talk about Harley Quinn. This is going to be a Harley Quinn week, no spoilers. But I thought I wanted to get this out of the way. This was actually supposed to be a different subject, but I had a lot of shipping issues. I had a bunch of comics ordered. One of them got delayed by 14 days. The other didn't show up yet. Um, the orders that I expected. So I had to improvise. So we do the Harlequin, and I think it is a good idea to get it out of the way. It is as you can tell, it is a pretty big part of my collection, and has been for many years. It was one of the first things I started to collect when I got into comics. Um, she resonated with me from different reasons. A bit crazy, a bit out there. I just like her. I like all variants of her. Um, in throughout the different time periods, as we will see once I go through the collection. I have art of her. I have different comics. I miss some key pieces, as we will also go through. But let's just dive into it. Uh, I will start with the key issues, and there is one key issue I'm missing. Well, there are a couple of key issues I'm missing, and we will start with the main key issue I'm missing. The first appearance of Harley Quinn in comic books, which is Batman Adventures number 12, uh, which is the first comic book she showed up in. And I will have the graphic here. This is her first um, appearance in the not main universe. Main universe is the regular design. This one, regular design universe. This um, where all the normal DC stuff happens, but the Paul Dini animated adventures, this one, stuff happens, is first appearance in the Batman Adventures number 12. I have, of course, looked out for that comic book, and I've been able to buy it a couple of times, but it is about getting the right quality of the comic book at the right time, at the right price. Not in a hurry, I will get it at some point. And if we move up, we have her second appearance, not in the main universe. She is still moving around in the animated universe. Paul Dini, Bruce Timm, from the animated universe. And we have Batman Adventures, Mad Love, 64-page special issue. This is the second appearance. It is these first appearances are a bit pricey, and I don't know how much I paid for this, and I don't know the value at this point. $50 maybe, definitely above street value. Maybe more than $50. I can't remember, but yeah, second appearance tells the origin, some of the origin story of Harley Quinn. Taken from of course, from the animated show and translated to the comic book. And we move on to the small cut here. I was unsure about the continuation. This might not be true. I might have made a mistake here. But then we come to which I have framed because I like the image and I just have it on my wall. Batman Harley Quinn, a one-shot issue, which is the first appearance in the main DC continuation, in the main universe. They made a one shot for that, and that is pretty expensive. That is $100, $150, depending on conditioning. And I got that a long time ago, around the millennium, I think. And I think that was released in 1999. And this is from 93. So there was a long gap where they didn't release any Harley Quinn. I'm not sure if they knew what they wanted to do with her. And then we have the second of appearance in mainline continuity in Batman number 570. She just shows up in the Batman. And again, there's a couple of months between the first appearance in the one shot and then the second appearance in the Batman. And then we have the third appearance in Batman 737. And you can tell this is number 570, and then there is the code number 1, and we have the code number 2 with the third appearance, and there is a large jump up to 737. So I have no idea what they were doing here, but we have the second appearance and third appearance. And then there's a gap again until she gets her own. Well, she has other appearances, but those are not that important once we move past the first, second, third appearance, first cover appearance besides the first appearance here on another series. Then we have Harley Quinn Volume 1, her own first series. And this is where it gets interesting, because we are starting her own series. And this is my second missing volume, and I haven't tried to buy it on eBay, just like the Batman Adventures number 12. It's just one of those things. It hasn't come up. Again, I have to buy a large order on eBay because it has to be worth it for me because of import stuff like that. So I'm missing number 1, but I do have number 2. Bought it on at a convention for £10, as you can tell, in London. And then I am lacking a lot of. I do have number 5, which is a key issue. This is the secret origin of Harley. This is the first telling of her backstory as a psychiatrist in comic book form. Again, it was told in the animated series, as far as I know. So there are different key issues in that story. But I am missing number 1, of course, which I will go back and buy at some point. And then we move up and we have her different other volume 1. I can't remember how many issues. I will add that in text, how many issues there is in volume 1. And then we get to volume 2, which is the Amanda Connor run, where we have I have shown these before. 01. A lot of people have seen this. The Roller Girl. A lot of new characters, first appearances in these. Very iconic outfits, and you might see this again later in the week. Maybe no spoilers. The Roller Girl outfits, and this is as you can see, this stack I might have the entire run of this, the Amanda Connor run. I liked it a lot. I read it digitally, and this was I'm not sure if this was when I started to read it. I might have read some of the other stuff before that, because I bought this one first. This was one of my first buys, the Batman Harley Quinn. And of course, at this time, she also had the maybe more famous role for many people, her spot in the Suicide Squad. Which, of course, she is very famous for because of the movies. Where she will landslide. So we have where she is in the comic book is the leader, and she is somewhat in the movies as well. Flag and in the comics she is definitely she has a leader role. When we have a lot of first appearances, not first appearances, but the Suicide Squad team changes. We have Duella Dent, Joker's daughter here as well. A lot of different cool covers on these. And there's a news for each volume of Harley Quinn. There's a new, for new era, the new 52, the rebirth, so forth. There's a new Suicide Squad as well, of course. And I don't have the full run of that. I have the first couple of issues in each of those. And then we get to Rebirth. It's still Amanda Conner. She did a good job, so they continued with her. And I like her art and storytelling into the new Rebirth. And at this point, I continued to buy the first 30, 40 issues of these, and that was when I had my collection stopped a bit. Money changed a bit. I moved. And I fell out of collecting for a couple of years. So I'm missing a lot of issues, and I am trying to get back into it. This is where we are now. So I am missing a lot of one shots. I'm missing a lot of after this rebirth period. I'm missing a lot of issues. I have a lot of stuff up to that, and I'm missing, of course, volume 1. And she has a lot of one shots. Harley became incredibly popular, as you all know, because of the movies, because of stuff. Margot Robbie did a good job. If nothing else, after the first Suicide Squad movie, Margot Robbie did a good job. And there are a lot of one shots. Some better than others, some are gimmicks like this. Robin smells spectacular, and this is the annual, but this is just the. We will get back to this at a later point, but World War II. I can't remember what they're called now. The pinup girl versions, but this is Scratch and Sniff with cannabis smells. This was hard to get in Europe. They are not allowed to be exported, but we got it anyway. A lot of one-shot series, Gang of Harleys, mini-series, Gossamer crossover, Old Lady Harley. She had a first appearance in Rebirth 52 or this one 52. I have that somewhere. Old Lady Harley. Everybody has to have an old lady version. This is usually a Marvel thing, but I guess she's not too fine to do that as well. April Fools, Harley loves Joker. She definitely does not love Joker. One of my favorite series, Harley Quinn Power Girl. I like Power Girl as well. And this got very, very popular and has gotten pretty expensive as well. Harley, Ivy, and Betty and Meet Betty and Veronica. This is a very American thing, and I just bought it because it was in my pull list. But these are pretty expensive, I think, actually. That's last time I checked. A 6-issue miniseries, but yeah, a lot of I think I will do a comic corner on just on the Harley specials once I pick back up buying these. There are lots, but to finish these out, I'm just gonna go over art pieces. I did one back when I did conventions. I don't do a lot these days. I might pick that up again. I did some art at conventions. There are some comic book artists that show up, and I did a thing where I asked them to draw their version of Harley Quinn, if at reasonable prices, portraits like this one over here, or half body, torso shots, whatever. And some of them turned out really cool. Some were not that great. I'm not, of course, not going to say that to the artist at the time. And I have some of them framed, hanging up. But my price de resistance, Rick Burchett. This was a gift from Rick Burchett to me personally. I have my name blacked out. It was given to me as a gift, personal, through a friend of a friend who knew him personally. And Rick Burchett was the inker on the cover of Batman Adventures number 12, the first appearance of Harley Quinn. So that is my prize treasure, the best thing in my entire collection. That it doesn't get much better than that. Personalized. In 2014. That is almost 10 years ago. Time does fly. But that was a quick overview of some of my Harley Quinn collection. What I have, what I'm missing, and how things get where things do end up when you start collecting comic books. I hope this was interesting to somebody. Next video is also a bit Harley Quinn related, but you will see that as well. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.